So, let's talk about one of the most important elements in every Monster Hunter game, the story. If you've ever met a Monster Hunter fan, you know that the one thing they don't shut up about is the amazing storytelling and iconic characters the series brings to life. Uncharted? The Last of Us? The Witcher? Pfft, none of these games compare to the masterpiece that is Monster Hunter in telling a story. I mean, who could forget such amazing and iconic characters like Handler, Commander, Admiral, the Seeker, the Tracker, the Huntsman, Field Team Leader, Elder Melder, Arena Lass, and my favorite, Provisions Stockpile. All hail Provisions Stockpile. Okay, so if you didn't notice that I was being sarcastic, then I am sorry to inform you that Monster Hunter has never been about the story and that you will never hear a fan of the series talk about it. I lied, and for that I apologize. The Monster Hunter series has never been that into its story, and this is very clear by just playing any main game in the series. Now that doesn't mean that they don't convey a story within their games, it's just never the real focus in them. With that said though, Monster Hunter World is the most cinematic experience within the franchise's history. It is full with beautifully animated cutscenes that transition seamlessly into gameplay. You start off as a new hunter that's part of the 5th Fleet, sent to follow a huge monster that's on its way to the new world. You start by meeting some of the characters of the game inside the ship, only for the monster your fleet is following to interrupt it. As you progress through the game, you hunt and research the monsters found in this place, and discover the secrets behind the huge creature that interrupted your entry to it. Everything is presented as a top-notch AAA quality title. Does it truly provide you with an explanation as to why you are mass murdering a bunch of monsters who are just minding their own business? No. Will it give you some vague excuse as to why you should? Most definitely. Every main monster you'll encounter in the game will be introduced with a cutscene that will transition into gameplay afterwards, which is a treat if you ask me. There's also a really interesting backstory on how some of the areas that you visit came to be. It may not be the most moving or groundbreaking story you've seen, but it definitely provides a nice touch for the game for those who will appreciate it. So let's go and hunt a monster. Once you clear the introduction of the game, you reach its main hub. This is where you'll interact with non-playable characters, purchase items, craft armor and weapons, take quests for hunts, etc. You basically do everything here except hunting monsters. So first, we go and choose a quest. Then, once we know who our target is, we make sure we have a suitable weapon we are comfortable with. The game has 14 weapons to choose from, 11 melee and 3 range. All of them control and feel very different. So if you don't know which weapon is best for you, you can go to your room, speak with your trusty feline housekeeper, and go to the training area. Wait, there's a training area? What? Are you telling me I don't have to go blindly with a new weapon to a quest to learn how it works? I can just jump right into this training area and test things out to my heart's content with no timer? Oh my lord. This is good. This is really good. It gives you pretty much everything you need to test out your weapons. The heads-up display provides you with convenient button/key prompts for you to know what you can do with each one. There's also a nifty guide in the main menu which tells you the moveset for each weapon, with a few things omitted for you to discover on your own as you keep using it. Once you got a weapon you feel comfortable with, you can go ahead and start the quest. So let's go ahead, let's start. So okay, something's wrong here. Where's the minimap that takes 1/4 of the screen space? Oh, it's much more compact and better now. Wait, where's the 2 huge health and stamina bars that took the entirety of the top of the screen in my previous games? Oh, they now made them smaller while I'm outside of combat. That's nice. Oh wait, we completely forgot to eat before starting the quest. Eating before a quest is really important as it provides you with really decent boost and can give you random skills to give you an edge in battle. Wait, what? We can eat at the base camp during a quest? Okay, that's really nice. Oh no! We forgot to stock up on potions, change our equipped armor and weapon, and also forgot to dress our cute Palico in style for the occasion before starting the quest. Are you serious? I can do all of these in the base camp? These weren't even quality of life changes I was asking for. This is amazing! And it doesn't stop there. The quality of life changes just keep popping up. And there are too many of them. It's pretty insane actually. I'm just at a loss of words when I started playing this game. There's just so many things that are just better. The locations where you now hunt monsters are no longer divided by loading screens. It's all loaded up together in one instance, and there's way more verticality to the maps than in previous titles of the franchise. The way you search for monsters now has changed. While in previous games you had to search endlessly for a monster with no idea where they were and use what was called a paintball to keep track of them on the map, now you have to actually track the monsters down by checking for footprints and other clues. You have these fireflies that assist you in finding points of interest for you to research the monster, and as you keep finding tracks, you gain points to increase your knowledge of it, which eventually you'll level up and it gets revealed in the map. As you continue fighting and getting their tracks, eventually you'll cap the level and no longer have any need of tracking it down. And this doesn't just help you in knowing where the monster is, it also provides you with knowledge of whether the monster is exhausted or capturable, and provides you with additional information in your monster guide. This includes monsters' weaknesses, resistances, locations, and even rewards they drop and how to gain them. All included in a handy guide in-game. No need to look for an external guide to remind you of a monster's details. The fireflies also guide you towards any monster you're currently tracking, and highlights things near you that you can gather or interact with. It's so streamlined and at the same time fits so well with the theme of the game that it just feels natural after a while to just collect tracks as you run around. The way you gather items has also been vastly improved. You now have 3 different item pouches when on a hunt, versus only 2 on the previous main game. You have one for your regular consumables and tools you use while hunting, an ammo one for your ranged weapons, and you have another one specifically to carry materials for crafting armor and weapons. You no longer have to worry about discarding consumables because you don't have space for crafting materials. Gone are the days of bringing pickaxes and bug nets that take inventory space and break randomly per each gathering attempt. Consumable items gathered in the field are picked up immediately without you having to wait an eternity to gather each one. Whenever you find any gathering spot, it gets marked on the map, and when you gather it, the icon on the map turns darker and gets filled with color to indicate when it will spawn again. Additionally, you can now even set up for the game to automatically craft items as you pick them up, saving you the trouble of crafting them yourself. Whenever you consume any of these items, your character will no longer stop in place until the animation ends. You can now walk and run while consuming. Oh, did I mention that you now have a whetstone with infinite uses which doesn't take inventory space? And that whenever you're using any of these items, you can cancel their usage by simply dodging? Yeah, it's insanely good. And this is just the icing on the cake. The developers weren't satisfied with just simple quality of life changes. No, they just had to change everyone's approach in hunting monsters. Introducing the Slinger. This little slingshot and another thing that I'll go into later changes everything in how you hunt monsters. While in previous titles you had throwable items where the only way you could aim was by the direction your character was looking at, here you can properly aim whatever you wish to thanks to your trusty Slinger. It is your main tool to throw stones and other items to monsters. This includes popular throwable items from previous titles like the Flash, Dung, and Sonic Bombs. But instead of bombs, they are now called pods, which you can equip. You can find different types of ammo for your Slinger everywhere when you're hunting. Even monsters drop ammo for it. You just pick it up like any other consumable item and it automatically equips itself into it, placing the one you currently have equipped. Oh, did I also mention that it has a hookshot as well? Well, it does. In every location where you hunt in the game, you will find these beetles hanging out on high places that you can hookshot to. These help as shortcuts to hide to reach areas, a quick escape from a monster attack, or a great way to just do an air attack to mount a monster. But that's not all, folks. There's another use for it. One that changes how you'll view a fight based on where you are. With the slinger, you can also trigger environmental traps.